Page 34, a happy song. Matter of opinion, but okay. They're introducing another new symbol for you, as if you haven't had enough already. But there's so many symbols to learn, and you really need to know them all. Pretty much. And that is called a repeat sign. Look at the end of the second line. You see a thin and thick bar line with 2 dots. That's called a repeat sign. It simply means, for now, it means go back to the beginning and play it all again. Repeat it. I'll adjust that later. You see, I didn't point it out before because I felt you had enough already. If you have the thin and thick bar line there without the dots, we've had that in the past. You look at the previous pages, you see a thin and thick bar line, no dots. That is the symbol for the end of a piece. That means the piece is over, right there. And it's kind of important in many cases because that symbol is not always going to be at the bottom, because we're going to start moving around and going places, so it could be anywhere. Well, a repeat sign looks like the end of a piece symbol, but it's got the dots. And it may or may not be at the end of a piece. Here it is at the end of the piece. So really this piece is 4 lines long instead of 2, but we only have 2 lines to learn. So let's look it over. I just did on the first part. How long is it? Well, it's 4 lines, but we only have 2 lines to learn. Treble and bass clef. Always check the clef signs because they're not always going to be treble and bass clef. Just get in the habit of checking the clef signs. And 4/4 time signature, and again, that's not always going to be a 4/4 time signature. There will be a time signature. There has to be, and to tell us how long to hold the notes down. But it doesn't necessarily have to be 4/4. I see quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. We got them all in this one. Both hands are playing, but not at the same time yet. Stick around. When I learn a piece, I like to take it just one hand at a time first. And then I go back and I try and put the hands together, and that's usually like starting over because it's really confusing when you're playing the hands at the same time. But when the hands are just playing one at a time, I go ahead and take both hands together. So we're in C position. They give you the position at the top of the page, a little chart. I would prefer you don't use that because music generally doesn't tell you the position like that. You don't get those charts. You got to learn to look at the music and understand where the hand goes. And that's what I teach. At the beginning of this, you see the left hand starts. That's what the LH is for. You don't need the LH. If it's in the bottom staff, I'm going to use left hand. We've been through that already. But the thumb is on G, and if the thumb is on G, I'm going to put the hand here. That tells me where to put the hand. I don't need that chart. And the right hand, when it comes in, I got 4th finger on the F, and that puts the hand here. So my hands are here. And that's how you figure out where the hands go. Now, do the play it and say it drill. If you still don't know the names of these notes instantly in the music, you play it and say it. G, F, E, D, C, F, G, F, E, D, E, F, G, F. So just go through it and play them at your speed, not mine. You can go slow if you need to. But it's really important that you know the names of the notes in the music instantly. And I'm assuming by now you know the names of these keys on the piano, at least this much. There's only 7 of them to learn. You've got 5 of them covered. We've only got 2 more to go. So hopefully you're almost ready to take the stickers off of these if you're using stickers. Now once I have that, the counting. We do the counting. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So you go through and you count it out carefully. Again, you take it at your speed, not mine. Just make sure there's no hesitations anywhere. And here, like the others we've had in the past, you need to be able to play this without looking at the keyboard. You need to remember which finger is on which note, which key. You just use that finger. Because some people, when they first start, they'll say, okay, where am I? At the beginning, that is a G, so they look down the G. They look back up, that is an F, they look down the F. They look back up the next, that's an E, so they look down. If that's what you're doing, you got to get out of that real quick, please. Just keep your eyes on the keyboard or on the music. That's the music, that's the keyboard. I know which way I'm going. Keyboard, keep it on the music so as you're playing this, you can feel where your fingers are. Now, the repeat sign means, again, you're going to go back and play it all. It's okay. That has an F at the beginning for loud. I'll leave that up to you on how loud is. And you'll notice there's two sets of words. Well, that's because there's a repeat sign. So if you're going to sing it, you can sing both sets of words, one set at a time. Oh, okay. Let's play this together very slowly and check to make sure you have all the right notes and the rhythms. Now, they are being a little too helpful. I wish they wouldn't do that. You have the LH below it. That left hand, we don't need the LH. We already know you're going to use the left hand. And then in the third measure above the staff, you have RH for right hand. You don't need the RH. You're going to use, this is where the hands are, and that's what you're going to use. Well, in the second line, they do it again. They don't need the RH and LH, and they don't need the finger numbers. Please don't be using finger numbers. Don't be reading. Don't go in and write in finger numbers in the music. Some people do that. Please don't, because you're headed for a train wreck if you do that. So just get in. It's a little tougher now. Just get in and try and remember which finger is on which note, and think name of the note, not finger number. Anyway, let's play this together slowly and check that you've got all the right notes and right rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. We are going to repeat it, so we're going to play it twice. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Now there is a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'm going to play that part, and you play what we just played. However, I need you to move on the keyboard because the duet part is playing these notes. I'm assuming we're on the same keyboard. We're not, but I'm assuming we are. You might have somebody there who can play the duet part. Okay. I need you to go up what's known as 2 octaves. An octave, it's letter to letter. So you have middle C. If I go up to the next C, I'm here. That's an octave. Well, I need to go up 2 octaves, so I'm going to go up to another C up here. And I'm going to pretend that middle C is here instead of here. It's here. So my hand position instead of here it's going to be here. I'm going to play it all up here because the duet part is here. So here. And when you do this on duets like this, you can move so that this is right in front of you. It's okay. So you can move over. If you have a piano bench or something, you move over so you're in front of this to play it. Yeah. So let's play this together. Same speed we just did. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat.